What does that mean? All right. This fucking restriction shit. I don't know what that's about. It says I'm live, so I guess I'm live. I'm gonna crank this up, and then hopefully everybody can hear it.
We are proud to announce that Sheriff Clayton has been selected to serve on the National Police Foundation Council on Policing Reforms and Race, the oldest nationally known, nonprofit, nonpartisan, and non-membership-driven organization. NPF is dedicated to improving America's most noble profession, policing. To learn more about the council, please visit https://www.policifoundation.org. National Council on Policing Reforms and Race. Recently, NPF announced the formation of the Council on Policing Reforms and Race, a majority African American-led nonpartisan initiative that will use research and evidence to consider and offer recommendations to resolve some of the most significant and pressing issues with regard to policing reforms and race. The council, being led and predominantly comprised of African American leaders from community-oriented organizations, research scholars, business, economic and faith leaders, elected officials, policing leaders and others, will collectively make policy and practice recommendations for reforms that address these issues, particularly to reduce and prevent disparate policing outcomes affecting Black communities. Key to these deliberations will be their grounding in data and science as the basis for informed dialogue and conclusions. The Honorable Val Demings, FL10, representative from Florida's 10th District and serving on the House Judiciary Committee, the Congressional Black Caucus and the Law Enforcement Caucus, will serve as co-chair of the council, along with Yale Law School professor and Pulitzer Prize-winning author James Forman, Jr., a prominent national figure in the discourse of justice reform. Of the recent groups I have been honored to join, I think I am most humbled to have been asked to join the work of the Council on Policing Reforms and Race, said Sheriff Jerry Clayton. I am excited about the potential impact this group can have on one of our most critical and pressing national issues, the intersection of public safety, police services reform and race. The Council is expected to address policing reform topics such as enhancing accountability, addressing organizational cultural issues that affect policing, the role of recruitment and training in reforms, disproportionality, as it relates to contact, response, and victimization, and the role of elected leaders, while confronting the existence of outcomes that are influenced by or that led to racism and bias.
Well, I got to go right into it. There's really no point of me beating around the bush. Siri did her thing, read for you the newly appointed National Police Foundation, yada, yada, yada. He's our sheriff here in Washtenaw County, if I'm not mistaken. He's our sheriff. And we should get most of his attention. We should get all of his expertise first. I'm not saying he can't spread his expertise around if that's what he wants to do. But it seems as though he spreads his expertise around in other parts of the country than he does right here in Washtenaw County. I've got bones to pick. Might as well pick them tonight. I decided to do this Facebook Live video. A little bit more interaction on Facebook Live. You know, there may be some commentary. People don't tend to jump on when I'm on YouTube yet. You know, I'm not there. It's all about the whole subs thing, and I get it. You know, I mean, we're going to work that the way we're going to work that. I'll end up taking this, putting it over on YouTube. It's going to go be a part of the catalog. But the big thing is the message and where the message gets to. And I know the message is going to get to the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office because I'm going to tag them in it. I want to make sure that they understand the jig is up. The jig is up to the point where, look, okay, now we're getting you another award, another appointee, another accolade. while none of these shootings in the summer have been solved. You put a 19 and a 20-year-old in jail. They didn't shoot everybody because there were shootings right after you apprehended them. You hired someone who had sexual allegations, then you end up charging him the day after the primary election. Nobody ever wrote you about that. I was on that right when it happened. I'm like, oh, they waited right after the election to bring that out. They didn't know that about young D'Angelo before the election. See, all this bullshit has got to stop. And there's shit that ain't even came out about you that's going to come out about you. It was just better if you had just walked away. And I know I'm pro Ken McGee. You know, I'm not ashamed to say that. But this isn't about getting Ken in office. You're in there. You got 4 more years. To give you 4 more calendars was an abomination, Jerry. And you've done nothing but mediocre work at best for the county. See, the white people like you because you that good Negro to have in the room. I get it. You that good Negro to have in the room. You're not gonna ruffle no white feathers. You'll ruffle some black feathers, but you ain't gonna ruffle no white feathers. Because them white feathers is them feathers that you come up on. So you're not gonna ruffle those feathers, but the black feather, you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. Just like your My Brother's Keeper program, I thought that was built for young black men to see some success stories come out. Where are your success stories out of My Brother's Keeper? And then I seen there was a tweet that Barack Obama commended you. You know, he got a lot of nerve. But that's just 2 milquetoast Negroes. That's all good with me. He milquetoast, you milquetoast. He light milquetoast, you dark milquetoast. You stayed a little bit longer. That's okay. It's all good. How much melanin you have in your skin means nothing to me. What you do for us. And you've done nothing for us. Now you want to jump all into this. National Police Foundation Council on Policing Reforms and Race. Man, get the fuck out of here with this. Here, I'm going to go right to the bullet points because you said you were so humble. You said you were so honored for this right here. But you don't even have the bullet points that you're going to be working on in your own department. But you're going to be working on in another area, another part of the country, working on somebody else's expertise in these bullet points here, but you don't even have it in your... How do you get these awards, bro? You don't have the shit going on here that your policing reform topics are going to be, but you're going to teach somebody else how to get it going. I want to know how that works. That's like not putting out an album, but winning Album of the Year at the Grammys. How do you do that? How do you win Album of the Year if you didn't put out an album? That's you, though. It says the council is expected to address policing reform topics such as, it just says address. They're not looking to solve shit. There's no change involved here. This is all fodder. This is all for the cameras. They're looking to address. Jerry had already said it in his quote. We're going to stop at that first, before the first bullet point. They're looking to address policing reform topics such as, Jerry had already said, of the recent groups I've been honored to join, I think I am most humbled to have been asked to join the work of the Council on Policing Reforms and Race, said Jerry Clayton. I am excited. This is where the bullshit starts. When you take you from 100 to like 67.4. Jerry's not 100. And I don't even know if he's 67.4. But this is the bullshit. I am excited about the potential impact this group can have on one of our most critical and pressing national issues. I'm going to read it again. I am excited about the potential. He's already backing up. He's already Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, every motherfucker named Sugar Ray. He's backpedaling here. He's excited about the potential impact. He's already like, I don't think anything's going to work, but maybe. So let me just say there's potential. This can have on one of our most critical and pressing national issues. So one of our most critical and pressing national issues, you're not even looking for results. You're thinking there possibly could be some impact. I'm sorry, potentially could be some impact. Potentially. There potentially could be some impact. I'm the sheriff. I'm the sheriff. I'm the head of this shit. I'm going to put some shit in play and potentially will have an impact. Who does that, dude? There's no assurance here. How did he get this award? How did he get this appointee? The council, these are the bullet points. The council is expected to address policing reform topics such as enhancing accountability. Enhancing accountability. So they're already 100% accountable. Police officer, law enforcement, whatever, supposed to be 100% accountable for their actions. If they're already 100% accountable for their actions, how can you enhance accountability? Are you saying that your police officers are not 100% accountable? Have not been 100% accountable? Okay. They need to be fired. If they're not 100% accountable, we can't have bad cops. We have to have ex-cops. So you're going to increase accountability, which means the motherfucker wasn't accountable. Now you're going to try to make him accountable. He's already fucked you up one time, but now you're going to try again. We're going to increase accountability. I'm going to let you fuck up again. It's bullshit. Addressing organizational, cultural issues that affect policing. Addressing organizational, cultural issues that affect policing. Okay. Have your white cop stop calling black kids niggers. Have your white cop stop calling black men niggers. And have your white cop stop calling black women nigger bitches. There you go. That's all you have to do. You can start with that. Okay? I'm going to work my way all the way to murdering us, but there's a whole lot of shit in between. If you want to address some organizational, cultural issues that affect policing, that's one. Stop fucking with black people. Stop killing black people. If you can do that, things can change. I tell you, you won't have to worry about too much civil unrest. You stop fucking with us. You stop killing us. Just a thought. The role of recruitment and training in reforms. The role of recruitment and training in reforms. This is shit that's supposed to go on already. If this is having to be taught, then what the fuck are these police departments doing out here? What are they doing? If they're not teaching the basic shit, how can you expect to have fully trained officers on the street? This is just a normal thing. disproportionality as it relates to contact, response, and victimization. Okay, so they want to talk about, so everybody knows that they fuck with black people disproportionately. They use disproportionality. And they said, as it relates to contact, yeah, that's them whooping our ass. Response, how they show up, like they showed up to Walter Wallace's house. Okay? And victimization. Well, Walter's dead. So, yeah. The role of elected leaders while confronting existence of outcomes that are influenced by or that of lead to racism and bias. So let me tell you what this is a whole bunch of. This is a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo that ain't gonna mean shit in the end for Washtenaw County. This right here don't do shit for Washtenaw County. And Jerry is the sheriff of Washtenaw County. So I don't give a fuck about anything else but Washtenaw County. This is some shit for him to flaunt his sheriff badge around the country behind another organization that's taking him away from Washtenaw County, taking him away from taking care of Washtenaw County. What am I supposed to salute that for? So we don't have a sheriff. We have an undersheriff, deputy sheriff, whatever y'all call him. One who writes all of Jerry's shit. Potassic, whoever. I don't care about anything outside of the village. And if the village, if our top police agency is in these situations right now, where are we going to be in 6 months, year? I mean, he's getting awards all while he has newly hired deputies with multiple rape charges. Questionable behavior in his front office. Detrimental behavior on his staff. These are people that are still working for the county. And we're just scratching the surface. I mean, you're not even trying to say, so Washtenaw County, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fasten down. This is what we're going to do. We should have like a state of the county address. Have that. State of the WCSO. Show us your plan, Jerry. What is your plan for the next 4 years besides being a part of the National Police Foundation? We need you to be a part of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office Foundation. How about that? Sorry, y'all, I ain't trying to be negligent. I think there's a couple comments in there. Yeah, he really should have walked away free. He should have walked away. Yeah, recruitment is not his strong point. He needs to leave that alone. He needs to pass it over. I think that D'Angelo McWilliams, I think that was a Derek Jackson thing. He runs the My Brother's Keeper program. Are we not pulling youngins out of there where they can go into the academy and then possibly become deputies? I mean, they can start out as turnkeys, whatever. They can start out right where you started, Jerry. How come you haven't elevated any youngins to get into the county, get into the sheriff's office? How come? Is that not, I mean, do we not have a feeder program around here for that? You could have started junior police academy. I've talked about this to people before. I'm not going to keep talking about it. Because nobody's going to put pressure on you. I mean, who the fuck am I to put pressure on you? None of the politicians say shit. They're just lockstep with you. We're just losing in rhythm. Or most of them have rhythm. It's embarrassing that NPF announced the formation of it. I mean, we're in a position where motherfuckers aren't even meeting up. So you're going to be doing virtual training? You're going to be doing virtual training? So somebody's about to pay you more money to do training, and you're going to be doing it virtually. Or you're going to be going there, and you guys will be putting on masks and all that shit, and you're having meetings. How is this even happening? We don't have a sheriff here because he's off teaching others how to police with a mask on. That's what y'all elected. That's what y'all elected. You know, in much respect to my sister Angela Nirvana, if I knew her show was coming on at 9, I wouldn't have did mine at 9. I am not trying to be in competition with my sister. Much love to her. I'm gonna say it in the comments when I get off here, but I did not mean to do that. I was just trying to be out the way. But if she's on at 9 on Wednesday, now I know that I can okay. That's why we need to get a directory of when everybody's gonna start doing shows, and then we start locking down schedule, and we can start directing our support towards these shows. I think we need to do that. I mean, you know, we got to be able to, if we're going to control our narrative, we got to support our narrative. So that's one thing that we need to work on. Put his sons in the program. He needs to. He needs to. I've just never seen any success stories out of My Brother's Keeper in Washtenaw County. For hell, any other My Brother's Keeper. I ain't seen no success stories out of any of them. Please send me some links. I want to see somebody that had a rough situation and My Brother's Keeper put their arms around him, raised him up, and now he's like going through Harvard. I want to see that shit. Has Barack even done it? And Barack can pay the shit cash out. Like, look, motherfucker, all you got to do is go to school. Everything's paid for. You ain't got no struggles. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. I need you to run through this motherfucker so we can get these credentials. Barack ain't been able to put nobody through school yet. Shit, I'll go. Shit. I ain't staying in no dorm, though. I need my own apartment and shit. I ain't no kid. But where we are as a county, I don't think we're going to have a whole bunch of uprisings around here and shit. I ain't really worried about all that bullshit. Ain't nobody trying to fuck around here. The KKK don't even make their little move through here no more and do their little marching and all that. Nobody's really worried about that shit around here. You know, I'm just more concerned about further down the line how shit goes, because I don't see the plan. I don't see, you know, y'all boy, I really don't see his plan. And if he's just going around the country just doing all this teaching and Washtenaw County's up here languishing, I mean, they haven't solved a fucking crime. They haven't solved a crime. All those shootings. Did anybody ever find out who shot the 6-year-old? Did that shooter ever get caught? That should have been the first motherfucker that they was looking for. They're not doing the right things because they don't have the right tactics. It's bullshit. Let the Proud Boys come to Washtenaw County, Brock. They get them goddamn John Deere hats brought to the hospital. We ain't playing that shit in Washtenaw County. And speaking of that, all y'all CPL motherfuckers, all y'all working out in the gym motherfuckers, are y'all motherfuckers going to the polling stations with the Proud Boys? If the Proud Boys start showing up in Washtenaw County, are y'all CPL motherfuckers going out there? Y'all gonna be brandishing y'all shit? You know, y'all going mano y mano? I need to know. I need to know. Are all, see, I see a lot of people getting CPLs and I see a lot of people working out. Y'all is the front line guys to go against the militias. So are y'all gonna be out at the polls protecting the sisters, protecting the young ladies? Hell, protecting some of the brothers, shit. We don't want no history repeating. And are we going to be out there in force? That was brought to my attention. I was like, you know what? I need to touch on that. I see a lot of people working out. I see a lot of people at the gun range. But are y'all going to be on the front lines when the Proud Girls be out there? When little militia's going to be out there? Where y'all going to be? Where y'all going to be? I mean, I just need to know. Because y'all show up with your guns on Facebook and Instagram and everything. And, you lay them out there and then you put up your sheets that you shot all the holes in. But they sending their motherfuckers to the polls with their CPLs. Are y'all going with y'all CPLs to the polls too? I need to know that. I mean, working out and all the muscles and everything. No, that really don't matter unless you're the warrior. You get on the muscles for it, you ain't going out to be a warrior. You need to be at the polls protecting them sisters. They's got to vote, if they encounter any situations. Y'all know where to go. Y'all know where to be. I don't even know why I'm even having to talk about this. I know why. Because y'all ain't doing it right. What else we got? So yeah, man. Fuck Jerry. Another situation where he's taking himself away from Washtenaw County to do the work for someone else to make someone else better than Washtenaw County. And that's just okay. I don't get that. I don't get how that's just okay. No. Now I just saw right when I got on here, Lil Wayne has endorsed Donald Trump. Do we care? Do we care what Lil Wayne thinks about anything at this point? At this point, do we really care? I mean, it's Lil Wayne. Do we take him seriously still? We don't take Lil Wayne seriously. He needed some camera time. Too much shine was happening around him without him being involved, and he needed some camera time. So he's going to go on and endorse Trump. That's why your faith can't be put strictly in the entertainer's entertainment. You got to see who that entertainer is behind the entertainment. No matter what you're being entertained by them, you got to know what that entertainer is really like. Because if you just go by the entertainer's entertainment, you're in trouble. You're in deep shit. Just going by the entertainer's entertainment. You got to go by their soul. And you've seen Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne doesn't have any soul. He's not the same Lil Wayne. He's not the Cash Money Lil Wayne. Okay? He's taking some really, really expensive drugs. And they've changed him forever. They've changed him forever. You talking about a Trump hat? Because I'm wearing a red hat. goddamn Trump hat, Brock. What you talking about? I gotta stay focused here. I don't see anything different coming out of this election unless politicians that we've put in play, elected officials, unless we start to put the pressure on them and start to get the bills written for true reparations legislation, not this bullshit where we sign on and it's some fucking empowerment zones and, you know, lift this, lift that. No, motherfucker, restore us. Restore us. I mean, I voted. Y'all saw the sticker. I took a picture of the sticker here. I do whatever, you know, whatever, you know. I took a picture. And I voted my interest because that's all I'm interested in. I'm not interested in no fucking parties no more. I don't even care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm voting my interests. Where my interests lie, so does my vote. And I see people out here voting strictly on emotion, and it's going to get us fucked up. Just voting on emotion is going to get us fucked up alone. You don't need to vote on emotion. You vote your interest. What's going to be best for your family? If you can make that decision wholeheartedly, unapologetically, what's going to be best for your family, that's what you do. I guess I just left that back. Whatever. That's what you do. People that say they're not going to vote, I mean, they've lost faith in the system. I get it. I'm not going to browbeat anybody about not voting. Because it's not a numbers contest. We saw that, you know. You can have more votes and your ass will still go home. But now, the momentum has to be taken away from him. He's already sitting in the chair. You would have thought that he did everything in the world not to win this fucking election, but he's got a head of steam going. Donald Trump is so much fucking alive still in this election, and it's ridiculous because nobody else would have been able to withstand the bullshit that he has done. And this motherfucker is still standing. It's amazing to me. He has outsmarted lifelong career politicians not to have gotten impeached, not to have gotten arrested, nothing. Still remains president of the United States running for a second term. Same shit. Same exact shit. And it'd be a black man. Same exact shit. Donald Trump did the same exact shit as a black man. Would the black man still be in office? You know goddamn well he wouldn't. Black man would have been up out of this bitch for real already. Wouldn't have been no issues. We need to get him the fuck up out of here. Grab him by the what? He wouldn't even got elected. That would have got out on a black man? Come on, man. Y'all acting like, what the fuck is that? Y'all acting like this shit is so cut and dry. I know for a fact. There's no way. Barack Obama could have had 3 wives. 3 wives? 3 baby mamas? Come on, man. Barack wouldn't have been able to go through that. 3 wives, 3 baby mamas. Bankruptcy, bad credit. Barack, they wasn't going to elect no black president with bad credit. Donald got elected with bad credit. How you going to be the president of the United States? You got a bad FICO score. That's crazy as fuck. Donald Trump is subprime. You ever thought about that? Our president is subprime. Think about it. If he been bankrupt all these times and shit, you know his credit ain't right. The president of the United States got prepaid visas in his wallet. God damn. Who would have thought about that? Oh, yeah. Free. Come on now. Barack and the Rona? Oh, they'd have got Barack up out of here. Yeah. The virus, if the virus would have hit when Barack was in, no, he wouldn't have got 2 terms. Hell no. And take this virus with you, nigger. Yep. I am seeing a slow transition for some folks. Some folks are actually starting to get it. I mean, the 2 excuse me, the 2 recent killings. I mean, you got to think about it. Starting with Ahmaud Arbery at the beginning of the year, all the way up into the last couple of days with Walter Wallace and Hilton Brown, Karan, I think. It's happening so frequently now. If things don't just start getting put in place. See, all this shit that they're talking about Jerry's about to do, that ain't gonna matter. They better go, he better start teaching some combat shit. Because that's what police agencies are about to be under attack if they're gonna have to deal with all these protesting. It is gonna be wars out here. Absolutely. I'm not inciting a riot. I'm just telling you, shit is gonna jump off if black people continue to get killed. Black people can't continue to get killed. It doesn't matter whether Trump's coming in again or Biden's going to win. Doesn't matter. If black people don't stop getting killed, watch how shit starts to transition in this country. Just telling you, man. Just telling. And you know, I've been talking about gentrification. Who the fuck is this? Calling me on Facebook phone. I don't do that. I don't even. How do you do that? How do you do that? I don't know. Anyway, so gentrification, I mean, and I know people know it from a global sense. They know it from a global sense.
The process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in.
Oh. Yeah. So gentrification. Oh, thanks.
The process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in, improving housing, and attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. An area undergoing rapid gentrification, the process of making someone or something more refined, polite, or respectable. Soccer has undergone gentrification.
Okay, so it started out process whereby the character of a poor urban area. Poor urban area. So this is where it's at. The poor urban area. This is gentrification. The process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in, improving housing, attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. So, areas have already been designated to be urban areas. This is the definition. People don't move into any other area in mass other than urban areas to gentrify them. You don't hear Middle Eastern families, Asian families, gentrifying West Bloomfield, gentrifying Farmington Hills. Primarily white communities, but when other ethnicities move into them, they don't call that gentrification. They only call it gentrification when it is in a urban area. Now, I'm speaking from my village standpoint. So we can say any cooperative has been gentrified in Ann Arbor. The West Side, gentrified. The Southeast Side, gentrified. The North, gentrified. Now, these areas, they may not have called them urban areas, but it's where a lot of black folks stayed. There's black businesses over there. About as urban as we could get it in Ann Arbor. But those areas are not predominantly occupied by black Americans anymore. It's on the other end of the spectrum. So they focus on areas that are urban. They run the property value down, keep it down, buy the property for cheap, blow it up, and continue their generational wealth through theft. I see it says attracting new businesses. Not always. Yeah, they improve the housing. You know, they do what they have to do because they have the capital to actually do that. The people that actually lived in the house, the black family, didn't have enough money to do those things and were too financially ignorant to know that they had money in their house and they could have pulled money out to do things for their house. Absolutely. Colonial Square, High Cone, University townhouses, Forest Hills. Absolutely. Gentrified. Gentrified. I get it, Sister Angela. We are tired. But we got to stay up on it. So far, nobody's given us anything. What are they going to keep their word on? The process of making someone or something more refined, polite, and respectable. This is what they think about when they finish. It is refined, polite, and respectable. But when they get it, it's run down. It's the hood. See, the hood is a mind state. It's not a location. The hood has no geographic location except in your mind. That's where the hood is. The hood is in your mind. The hood has nothing to do with locations. Because when these hoods get gentrified, are they no longer the hood? Because if they were the hood before, how come they're no longer the hood now? Because white people live there? Oh, still the hood. They just think differently of it. So they do different shit in it. The hood is in here. You can't pick up the hood on the GPS. You can't put in, take me to the hood. I mean, I think you can, actually. Heard about some shit like that. Yeah. Has no real location, let's say. But for black people to be competitive, to even buying homes in the hood today, there has to be restorative justice. We have to be able to get loans the same way everybody else has. That's part of reparations. I saw some stupid shit again with Nicole Hannah-Jones. She keeps talking about reparations is just a check. No, it's not, bitch. Write your books. Write your little shits. Do your movies, whatever. Stop talking about shit you don't know about. You got in with the reparations thing. You got in with 1619. Go do that. Stop talking on this landscape. It might have even been an old video or something, you know, but it was just, it's a check. No, it's not a check. It's a lot more that comes to reparations than just a fucking check. That's what you get. You get checks. They pay you to do shit. Can we pay you to go away? Shit. But yeah, we've got to be able to get loans, to buy homes, to buy businesses. See, when you can't get a loan and you own a business and your capital, you're always undercapitalized. And you can't get access to funds, you're never going to win the business game. You've got to be able to play with the house's money at some point. And if you can't, your business isn't going to win. It's not. Is that a part of gentrification? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because we should be getting those things. We should be able to get loans. Hell, we got to be able to get them to take the offer on the houses. You got right here in Ann Arbor that they are turning black people down, making offers on houses, then taking the offer of someone else that's not black. Same money, sometimes less money. Sometimes taking less money from a different client and saying no to the black client. Yeah, it's where it's at. See, I know gentrification exists, but it exists more so in the mind state. We've got to press for reparations. We've got to press for restorative justice. We've got to get young politicians like Brother Karan Gaines in office. Keep politicians like Brother Joel Jones in office. Nipsey Township, support and vote for Irene Washington. I know everybody's mind is on the top ballot. There's so much more on the local ballots, so much more on the state and the federal end. Some of that shit I don't be knowing. Michigan State University trustee, I really don't give a shit. I just wrote it in Go Blue. No, I filled the shit in, I think. Yeah, I did. Probably just for the Democrats. We weren't straight ticket. Obviously. I didn't vote for John James' ass, though. I couldn't vote for that motherfucker. No way, no how. He got problems. I mean, he got real problems out here. He really believes the shit that he says. It's a problem, man. And he's accepted in white society, but they could call him a nigga and he'd laugh it off. He'd flat out laugh it off. He's that tight. He's that tight. Can't fuck with him, man. Uh-oh, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence contracted the Rona. Justin Fields going to take the lead in the Heisman race. Unless they just unleash Joe Milton. Y'all need to stop trying to make him the second coming to Cam Newton. Boys only played one full game. Y'all putting up their Heisman chance and all that shit. I'm like, come on, man. You better hope he's the MVP of the Michigan team. He's good, but we got to see something more than just, yeah. Come on, let's stay realistic. Gentrification comes in many forms, but you only hear about it when it's the urban areas. You never hear about it when it's the suburban areas and they're infiltrated with other ethnicities of people. And those property values go up. They don't go down, they go up. So why don't they talk about the gentrification there? That's where we have the problems at. Washtenaw County, we just got to stay really, really up on the sheriff's office. What they're doing over there. How they're moving. I mean, we see, acquiring jobs and titles and different things like that. We see that. But what's really happening in our county? We got to make sure we stay on top of that. Having an absentee sheriff, we're used to. We get it. Things are about to get crazy out here. They are going to get crazy. I don't believe, like I said, in our immediate area we'll have problems, but surrounding areas, there's going to be some issues. There's been issues. You just got to stay up on it. Y'all be good. Free, I appreciate you always rolling with me. A couple other people, I don't know who it was who was locked in here. They didn't really say anything. Brockett said something. I know ain't nobody gonna really hold on for a whole hour with me, so, but you will. You rocking with me. I appreciate it. Hopefully the sound's been good. I can see my lighting deficiency. I mean, but y'all already know I don't really care about that. Sounds just got to be clear. We'll talk on the other side. It's a BlackWatch. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is on Facebook Live, but subscribe to the YouTube channel because this will probably go yanked when I put the YouTube link up. I already put my video up. I know why y'all don't subscribe, y'all don't like. It's all good. Y'all be good. All right. Had to answer text home. Y'all be good. Yes, Free. Damn you, the writer. And shout out to my homegirl, Annie. She been running people on Reddit and got the subscribers, but I think we got up to like 160. I think she hit me and was like, we got up to like 160, man. Crazy shit. 168 with 168 subscribers. We got to keep it moving. It's all about the content, baby. This one tonight was for the village. Because I'm a villager. One love.